I can't hold my arm back far enough. At least on my screen, it looks like I'm super zoomed in.
No, not more than usual, I'd say.
I wonder if I somehow like zoomed my actual view of the screen. Like, are you in the frame on your screen? Because on mine, your like eyes are practically touching the top.
I'm in frame for my screen. I don't know.
I must have
Now
broke.
now we have to like watch it as well, so that's gonna be tricky. Hold on.
Oh yeah. YouTube.
See how it looks. You didn't say it. You usually go, I'm Chris Brogan.
Oh, well, it looks.
I look normal.
Really different.
Oh, my hair is a mess. So for that.
Oh, that's so weird. So weird. All right. Well, here we are, but it's fun to do. Ah, geez. I can barely. Oh, look at that. It's Chloe. Hi, Chloe. Oh, like I have to show you sometime what the view is on my side. My side, it is like zoomed right in. Like it's like all I see is my eyes and the top of my nose.
That's funny. No.
Yeah.
You look normal. I mean,
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
cool.
luckily, it's Chloe and one other nice person, and it's nice that they're there.
It's the 4th of July.
It is 4th of July in the United States of America, but not in UK.
It's still the 4th of July everywhere else.
No, it's a different day.
Yeah, it probably hits different in the UK.
It's a different date in other countries. Yeah, UK is like, dang, maybe we'll get them back one of these days.
Oh my gosh, you can take us back.
I wouldn't mind. Look, I was thinking about it. I mean, you said your opinion on it earlier, but I think my opinion is that at least I maintain the hope that the people who care the most about this nation will try to think a little more holistically in the near future. Mm-hmm. I don't think they will anytime soon. I think it'll take some more iterations of seeing what this all is and how it goes down and everything. But I feel like as time moves on, we'll see the after effects of what's happened, and things will change. And in the meantime, I can only do the stuff I can do. So I guess I'll just go out and try to be kind to the people that I can.
So totally unrelated, and I agree with your sentiment. This is interesting because YouTube only lets you share with a co-creator your stream via mobile, which we didn't figure out until pretty late. So here we are on mobile, but also you better not skip arm day at the gym. You get one of those.
Oh, I know. I know. I mean, I've got to try to even keep a vague frame. I have it like almost arm length, but not arm length, so you can't lock out and whatever. Scotland, at least some of it is like, I didn't see it.
Our own one day says we'll celebrate our own. Maybe we'll celebrate our own one day.
Grand. I will celebrate that too. Hi, Nikki.
Well, if they do it there like they do it here, you'll basically have a cake with the Scottish flag on it at your obligatory barbecue. But I think the beer will be better at yours, Chloe. It's my guess.
That's true too. So I was looking around at all the various events in America. Anyway, the 4th of July events are mainly at nighttime, mainly fireworks, and then some places have some events throughout the day. For instance, there is a pet parade. So that's one. There's a few places that are having actual celebrations. You mentioned where you grew up on the Cape. There are some other things going on usually. What happens down there?
Well, on the Cape, depending what town you're in, they'll have a parade, and people set up for it stupid early, like every parade ever. So they'll be down there at like 6:30 in the morning, putting out their blankets and chairs, which I sort of think sucks if I'm being honest, because if you want to hold your spot, show up and hold it. This blows. Then people get there at say like 7 a.m., which is still mad early, and now they have to like work around your blanket. It seems unfair. But I don't care that much because I don't like crowds and I don't like heat and I don't like bugs. So I tend not to like parades for that reason. But that's actually why the holiday parade in New York, when we did that one, was like so perfect for me because it was cold, really cold. Yeah. There was not a crowd and there were no bugs because it was winter. So
no bugs in York, Maine. Yeah.
It worked out for me.
So do you, as far as summer goes, then you just basically endure summer and wait for it to go back to being cold?
That's correct. Joan says hi, and Dan is
Hi,
dabbing
Joanne.
because apparently it's 1999 again. When was dabbing? That was a while ago.
Dabbing. Come on, dabbing. No, dabbing was like past 2000 something because
Okay,
our kids dabbed.
but we agree it's over.
Yes, but you know what? Look, I'm a fan of the classics. Bring it back. Timberlake brought sexy back. Dan brought dabbing back. I think it's all in alignment.
I mean, if you say so. All right, I defer to your wisdom on the subject. So, any big plans for the 4th of July? Because we definitely aren't shooting anything right now. So
Yeah, we're not filming today. It's the weather's not bad. The weather's a reasonable
today's
temperature.
okay.
Look, even more dabs. The weather is nice. It's wonderful. I'm gonna probably go out and try to get some people scenes over in the port of Newbury. Um, Not actual Newbury, but the port portion, which is its own city back 250 years ago.
Yeah,
Last
apparently
night.
they didn't get along well. I went to the Museum of Old Newbury and they explained that the reason there's like Newburyport and Newbury and all the like different towns around it is because people couldn't agree on stuff. They like wouldn't like one philosophy and they would break off and go have their own. Whereas Amesbury is like Amesbury and Salisbury, Salisbury, but like Newbury, they couldn't hang. I don't know.
Absolutely. So last night, George Washington, 250 years ago, took control of the Continental Congress down in Cambridge and started this up. But then, of course, the really first battle was at Lexington, as we understand, and then Concord. But this is the day that we celebrate it because this is the day where we said, hey, let's get this thing going.
Did you say hi to Nikki, by the way? Nikki said hi several
I
times.
did say hi to
Okay.
Nikki early on right when it came
Making
out.
sure. Making
Yep.
sure. So look at you studying up on history. You're a lot more interested in Revolutionary era history than I am. I tend to be like Tudor history back in England. Like I have and the Gilded Age. I like the Gilded Age, kind of the era of the robber barons and stuff, which just happens to be hot right now. So I like studying up on that stuff. The Vanderbilts and the other families of the time, Rockefellers and stuff like that. Not as interested in
Hi, Bella.
Revolutionary War history. Hi, Bella.
I like that Bella's like, who's this? Hello?
How did you appear on my
How did
phone?
it show up on this live stream? Who clicked this thing?
That's a pretty good existential question because who is Chris Brogan today? You're different than the
Oh,
hustle porn Chris Brogan of yesteryear, who used
I mean,
to
look how
do
hungry I am.
videos about how you should never stop to sleep or watch TV.
Right. Joanne says that Tudor history was her soap opera stuff as a team. Well, Bella, welcome. You're talking to one weirdo and their friend because I think that you're, I don't know. I think the algorithm is mad at you and I think you've done something wrong and you should apologize. No, it's just a chit chat, a live stream, just a chat. We were discussing at this point what Independence Day, might mean back then and what it means now. But who's Chris Brogan today? Chris Brogan today. Why am I a weirdo? Oh, you're a weirdo. You're in this group. You're a weirdo. Chris Brogan today is somebody who is surfing that next wave, taking a look to see what I think is going to be impactful to businesses and organizations, like I always do. My whole through line has always been how do we use technology to drive better human interaction? I'm tilting just a tiny bit away from technology as the specific driver, though. Like it doesn't have to be, just tech. But I am definitely. I think the thing I'm most thinking about these days is how do we claim back some of what we lost when social media kind of swamped everything? How do we reconnect to people that matter more to us than general digital masses, and how do we connect stuff up? Bella still thinks
thought
it
we were
was
in
a
a
meeting.
meeting. You know what? This would be the best, most bitchin' meeting I'd ever been to if this was a meeting.
Yeah. All right. Listen, we're gonna have to make sure we get up the TPSs, and we're gonna have to stay optimistic and find some synergies.
Listen, you guys were supposed to be making dollars, and you're not making dollars, which for me is a problem. So let's go ahead and make some dollars. And before the next meeting, I'd like to see some dollars, please.
That's right. And I'd
Good
like
meeting.
Very creative charts. I think you need to create charts. Do you know that 50 years after the Declaration of Independence was signed, past presidents Thomas Jefferson and John Adams both died on July 4th?
Yeah, that's messed up. And they didn't realize, right? They didn't realize.
Crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
John Quincy Adams calls this a visible and palpable remark about divine favor. You know, July 4th has a lot of things pegged to it in the United States, by the way.
So Bella says,
Is this what the
how do
corporate
I
world
make
is really like?
Bella
Yeah.
says, how do I make dollars? So first you have to do something that doesn't suck. Ideally, it's awesome, but that's a high bar. So we shoot for doesn't suck because let's face it, most of what's out there sucks. So if you can just get one like notch or two above sucks, the dollars follow.
Yeah. It is true. I mean, how does anyone make money? They sell something that somebody else could use that they either don't want to or can't do for themselves, right? When you go out to eat, it's because you don't feel like making food at your house. And that's one way. The other is you trade your time for money, right? Like another way to make money is to say, hey, I can go and get your groceries for you. And I go, great, here's your $20. Like, there you go. That's, you know, Uber Eats and all sorts of
And the
things.
other way that only works if you already had some money to begin with is to put it into an asset or a fund or something that earns interest or gains value. So that's a third way to make money. But to do that, you have to have some to start with. So I feel like it's very unfair
Yeah.
to like even mention.
But you know, there's always something, right? Like you can busk. You can go to someone and say, "Hey, do you have any junk that you're thinking to get rid of that you know, like that you don't want anymore? That might actually be something sellable." There's a whole bunch of people that have their houses full to the top with stuff. They'll give you stuff. I mean, there's a bazillion ways to make some
Oh my
money.
gosh. Marsha Collier wrote a whole book about you like having a YouTube business, YouTube, not YouTube, sorry, having a eBay business, eBay for dummies. And it is
Yeah.
voluminous and she has updated it consistently. So honestly, if you're just looking to make some money like fairly quickly, she paid a whole year of her kids' school one year by getting like an old shipment of fur coats or something. Fell off the back of a truck. I don't know. No, just kidding. Reselling them on eBay. I
Yeah.
mean, it's pretty easy. You can schedule them to come pick up packages like UPS or the Postal Service. You don't even have to kind of deal with going out to ship your stuff. So, anywho, that's one way to get started. And if you live anywhere near the Unclaimed Baggage Center in Alabama, there's like, or any place like it, like a pretty huge thrift store. You could just go, if you get educated about what people are looking for on eBay and what's valuable, you can go pick up some stuff for your own self and sell it. If purely it's just about dollars right now, I mean that's not a terrible place to start, right? So
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Marsha Collier.
Marsha Collier, eBay for Dummies. Very successful book. Multiple millions of copies sold. Millions of copies sold.
So yeah, so Marsha's definitely making money off eBay.
Did all right. Did all right. Hey, listen, this has been super exciting holding this phone up for 13 and a half minutes.
Stop it, weakling. Go to the gym.
Happy 4th of July to you. Happy 4th of July to me. Happy 4th of July to America. The rest of you don't actually get this day. It's not even on your calendar. There's no 4th. It's just a blank space.
It's just fun.
And let's get out of here.
It's a fun experiment.
Good experiment. Good talking. Thanks. Bye for now. Get out already.